Welcome to class. We have a 30-minute yoga flow today. We're going to go slow and really just move fluidly. Go ahead and find a block and go ahead and sit on it. We're going to take some deep inhales and exhales, centering our breath. And know the most important thing is just to have fun, not to take it too serious. We're gonna come and sit in this hero pose here just for a couple minutes. So if you haven't, I welcome you to close your eyes or gaze down. Palms facing down will ground you. You're feeling maybe anxious, palms facing up if you're looking to receive. Really invite yourself to arrive fully here. Your attention, your awareness, not thinking about what's going to happen, what has happened, but just being in the present moment and letting your body really rest here, but making sure to keep those shoulders up and back, still sitting nice and tall. Just allow to be. Go ahead and take a really deep inhale through the nose. Seal the lips and exhale out the nose. Good. Just taking a few more here. Maybe exhale out your mouth like you're blowing out a candle. We're going to come over onto our hands and knees to move your block out of your way. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, picking up through your chest. Exhale and round. Just moving fluidly here. When you exhale, rounding through your shoulders, scoop through the belly, dip down. Good. Coming back into our child's pose. You can walk your hands out a little further if you'd like. And then gaze forward. We're going to slowly come up into gecko pose. Placing those hands on the outside of the mat, tenting those fingertips. Take a deep inhale, reaching up, heart up to the sky, looking up, gazing up. Exhale, release. We're going to flow through this a couple times here, so take a deep inhale. Open up, exhale, melt down. Good, inhale and hold. Good, really opening up, dropping those shoulders, drawing those shoulders back and down. Good, exhale, slowly come back down. And then kind of flowing with your arms here, releasing and bending down side to side. Start playing around with it, whatever feels good in your body here. Then we're going to reach that right arm out, bringing that left knee behind. If you can, opening up into a goal pose or just sit here. There shouldn't be any pain in yoga. Just listen to your body and where it's at today. As where you're at now could be different from where you were at maybe yesterday or a few hours before. Just notice what shows up. Exhale, release back to your belly. We're going to switch sides. Placing that left arm out. Reaching that right knee behind. And if it feels good, you can come into cold pose or just relax where you're at. Cactus those arms. And if you do feel discomfort, just breathe through it and release yourself back down to the ground. From here, hands come underneath, coming up into our first upward dog. Good, exhale, down dog. Go and take 3 deep, full breaths here. And you're welcome to have a soft bend in your knees as you work to draw your heels towards the ground. Good. Go ahead and shift forward into your plank. Bringing those knees in, coming in to a bear plank position. Pushing the ground away. We're going to be here for 3 more breaths. 2, 1, release. We're going to come sit on your heels here. If you're a runner or if you have really tight feet, you might feel it. And so this is your body just saying, maybe you need a little bit more of this. And if it's too much, you can just tense your fingers, bending over, come up onto your knees. But from here, I want you to reach up to the ceiling. Again, no pain. You can stand up on your sins, but go ahead and exhale over to the right. Inhale, exhale to the left, opening up towards the side. Inhale, up through center, cactus those arms. Lift your heart up through to the ceiling, releasing those hands back down, downward dog. Feel free to pedal it out here. Switching to each ball of the foot, switch and switch. And go ahead and slowly walk towards the upper to the front of your mat. Maybe grabbing onto opposite elbows. Slight bend in your knees. Getting that chest as close to your thighs as you can. Let your head hang like a red doll. Just completely collapse. Release your hands down. Inhale, half lift. Heart forward. Keep that back straight. Shoulders pulled back. Exhale, release. Melting back down. And slowly begin 1 vertebrae at a time coming up. And when you arrive into mountain pose, top of the mat, let's start. Inhale, reach towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Heart pulls forward, squeeze those shoulder blades. Exhale, release, stepping back, right and then left foot, plank pose. And then if you struggle with chaturanga, just know you can, or push-ups, you can go to your knees. That's okay. Meet yourself where you're at. We're going to essentially do 2 push-ups here. We're going to go down through chaturanga, back up, and then down again. So lower, 3, 2, 1. Lift back up, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to slowly release down. Coming into our upward dog. Again, pressing into the top of your feet, knees off the ground. Letting those shoulder blades draw back. And coming into our downward facing dog for 3, 2, 1. Reaching that left leg up to the sky. And then bending that left knee over. You can stay here or coming into your rock star wherever you're at. If you stay here, you can maybe draw circles with that knee. You're coming into rock star, really opening up here, stretching out. Good, and left leg gonna come back down to the mat. In 3, 2, 1. Good. Left leg up towards the sky and then bringing it down into our chest. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Good. Lifting it up a little higher and then stepping that foot through. Left hand reaches behind and then all the way back around, coming into a twist here. On your exhales, maybe squeezing a little tighter. Think about pulling your chest closer to your thigh. Left hand reaches all the way into the front on the inside of the mat, opening up in Skadasana. Turning that right foot open 45 degrees, bending at your knee. Keeping that chest up, lifted high. Then straighten your right leg. 3 more times, so bend the knee. Up. Good, and then maybe come to the ball of that left foot as you come back down. This next time, really feeling it on that inner thigh here. And then back up, coming into Warrior 2. Open yourself up here. Back leg slightly diagonal that foot in. Strong, not forgetting about that back arm. Can you sink and melt your hips just a little deeper here? Squeezing the mat together with your feet. Then flip your front wrist. Stretching back and then swinging those arms forward. Step back into plank pose. And then same thing, we're going to do our 2 chaturangas or push-ups here. Slowly, 3, 2, 1, lowering down. 3, 2, 1, up. And then we're going to lower again. 3, 2, 1, into our upward dog. Pressing into the top of our feet, knees off the mat. Deep inhale, open your heart, and then exhale, down dog. Now, switching our feet here. Go ahead and kick up our right foot. Opening up the hip, bending at the knee. If you stay, just try to have equal weight in both hands and both shoulders. And then if you're flipping the dog, go ahead, pulling the right foot all the way down to the edge of that right knee. And then having it touch your ground, coming into that back bend here. Wherever you are, can you get a little longer? Good. Coming back. Kick that leg back up straight. And then bringing that right knee forward for 3, 2, 1, hold. And then pressing down even heavier. Lift those shoulders up and then step that right foot through. Going open through your chest, reaching that right arm towards the sky. And twisting, looking up towards those fingertips. And on the exhale, can you twist a little deeper, bringing that chest towards that right knee. If you're feeling any discomfort here, can you settle in that and just focus on that breath? Coming to the inside of your right foot, walking into our Skandasana here. 45-degree angle in that front left foot. Keeping that chest tall. If you want a deeper stretch, coming onto the heel of the right foot, go ahead and straighten your leg. Good, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, coming into our warrior two. That left foot points in at a 45-degree angle. Allow you to relax your jaw, soften the shoulders, keeping those arms strong. And as you squeeze your feet towards yourself, towards each other, you should start to feel this in your hamstring more. Go ahead and flip your front wrist, reversing into peaceful warrior. Good, and bringing those hands on the outside of that right leg, coming into our plank pose. Again, lowering down through our push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Lifting 3, 2, 1. And releasing back down. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, upward dog. Relaxing those shoulders back and down, opening up your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, so we've settled and made our base here. We're just going to add some things and take some things out here. But you know the structure and the bones. So on your next inhale, we're going to kick up that left foot. Open up the hip, bend at your knee. Again, you can stay here or you can flip into rock star. Good, coming back through, reaching that left leg up towards the sky, and then coming towards your opposite elbow here. So towards that right elbow, and then fallen triangle, reaching that left leg out towards the center, reaching up towards the sky here, and bringing that right hand back down to the mat, three-legged dog. And then we know this part already, bringing that right knee through, 3, 2, 1, and then stepping softly through, opening up to the left side of the room. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. I want you to feel the strength. making sure you're breathing here, opening up your chest and coming into our warrior two. Open up, rearrange your feet, soften shoulders, lengthen the arms, reaching back. Good. And then reaching those hands, swinging those back around, bringing those blocks in front of you, stretching out those arms. And then when you're ready, without hopping, really pressing into that right foot and coming into that supported warrior three here. And then try to make sure to feel if your hips feel equal here. See if you can drop that left hip down, straighten that backbone. And again, if you want, pressing that left arm hand onto your hip, opening up to the side, reaching that left arm high. And you can play around here with your hands, place your hand on your hip, maybe taking your hands off the block. That's okay. Just meeting yourself where you're at. Closing back down, we're going to stretch that left foot back up to the side, bringing that times, right hip up, reaching that left arm towards the sky. Last one. And if you fall, congrats. You're human. Here. Just come back. Hands frame the front foot. Another deep inhale. Slide that back knee down. We're going to close this back off, coming into our supported the sky. Inhale. Cactus those arms. Here, you can release your hands off the blocks or keep them here. And breathe. Your left leg's going to stay the same. And we're going to touch our right toes to the back of the mat. As long and back far behind us as you can. Back down. 3. Untucking your back toes. Coming into plank. And make sure you're breathing here. Last one. Nice. Feel free to skip it, but slowly lower for 3. And then we're going to frame that front foot. So bringing both the hands down to the mat. Big step back. And bringing that right knee down to the ground and tucking your toes. Inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Upward facing dog. Exhale, cactus those arms. Heart up. Hold. Downward facing dog. Can you breathe here? Letting your hips pull forward. And go ahead and roll. Good. Release your hands down. Draw plank pose. Tucking your back toes. Lifting your back knee. Step back into plank pose. Amazing job. And then lower down to chaturanga. Chaturanga. Again, you can do this if you're on your knees. Push back up. We're going to slowly lower down together. Lower down. 3, 2, 1. And 2. Upward facing dog. 3. Again. 2, 1. Pressing on the tops of your feet here. Keeping those knees off the ground. Exhale. Placing those hands down out in front of you. Elbows down on the mat. You're free to walk it out here. Lifting your head, finding our breath, squeezing those shoulder blades, using your back muscles here. And then we're going to bring that left knee. We just have up, the other side. Tree pose on the ground. Left. So in your exhale, go ahead and reach that right leg up, bending at the knee. And we're just going to hold here. If you're staying here, great. Just make sure you're pressing both through the hands evenly. Otherwise, really, if you're flipping the dog, go ahead and do that as well. Breathing through it. My body was really sore today, so everything felt extra hard today. So again, reach where you're at, reaching that right leg up, and then bringing it through to your left elbow here in this moment. 2, 1, and then opening up, pressing up on those elbows, triangle, really reaching that right leg out. You might feel a deeper stretch here in your inner thigh as well. Kind of like a side plank here. Pulling up and forward. A lot of balance. Good. Bringing that hand back down, right leg back up. And bringing that right knee all the way through, softly landing it between your hands. Right arm opens up to the side. Can we find gratitude for our body? Deep breath in. The way it shows up for us. Exhale. Can you twist a little tight? That's one thing I love about yoga. I feel like I'm giving back to my body after some of these poses. Maybe some harder workouts. Good. Okay. How are you holding on to them? You feel a little tired. Switch legs here. So placing that forehead down on the mat through that right heel. Shaking those hips side to side. Good. Right hand down, coming into our Skandasana. Good. And then elbows down in front of you, left heel's on the ground. Lifting up, bringing that right knee up towards that right elbow this time. And just notice how gravity just wants to send us down and melt. But I really want us to hold up strong here. Really getting a deeper stretch. Pressing down with those elbows. Maybe rolling out the neck. But not forgetting to breathe. Whenever I do this, I always just feel like my hips are so much more open. I feel like I just need to meet my body with more compassion. Go ahead and stretch that right knee leg back out. Sway your hips side to side. Good. And then we're going to pull ourselves back here on all fours. Walk your knees forward a bit. Crisscross your shins. And then make our way into Savasana, slowly laying down on your mat. And this is where we let everything go. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, just letting your arms, your legs melt away into the mat. Maybe you place one hand on your heart, one on your belly. But really just letting your body fully let go here. And be so proud. You showed up today. You moved your body with love so that it can get back to you. And when you're ready, feel free. Go ahead and wiggle those toes and fingers, stretching those arms overhead. And then squeeze those knees into your chest, giving yourself a big hug. I always like to think about, maybe hugging someone you haven't seen forever. Maybe someone that you no longer have here. Like, how would you squeeze them and love on them? Just giving yourself that love. Maybe rolling side to side. Feels good. Good. Exhale. We're going to release over to the side in child's pose and slowly make our way up. I want to thank you so much for showing up on the mat with me here today. Deep inhale and exhale. Have a wonderful day.